Well, boys, we're back yet again to another Slice podcast episode. This is number 348. No, it's not. It's counting.
It's 390.
Yeah. Anyways, this topic today, I think also would like to tell the audience when it comes to the DC and Marvel fanverse type of fan, I guess, debate.
This pointless war.
This pointless war, I guess.
There's a war going on?
There's a war going on. Yeah, I mean, it's just always been going on. Just like Star Trek and Star Wars. This is just, especially right now, since it's hot off the press of all these movies. You know, there was a time where you thought, like, you know, a lot of people say it's a phase. Like, oh, it's going to go away for now. But, I mean, this phase has been going on.
This is what I thought.
That's what you thought, right?
I thought that. We'll get into that.
James Cameron, right? He was like, huh. So, I mean, I'd just like to talk about the fanverse, DC versus Marvel. What do you guys think in the description? In the comments, if you guys even have want to put your thoughts on it. But I think we're just gonna talk about briefly, kind of like what we think and why should we fight? Why is there anything to fight?
Why should there be civil war?
Why can't you just be bi, dude?
Well, this is the first time and only time you'll ever hear me say this, but I think I'm bi.
Yeah, there you go.
I think I'm bi.
I think I'm bi too, man.
Yeah, bi-curious.
Bi-curious. Yeah, why can't you just have more?
Why can't you go both ways?
Yeah,
you know?
what's wrong with you?
What's wrong? But again, let's do this.
Yeah, I mean, like, for you guys, you've seen it, right? You've seen people arguing
all the time.
Debates.
We've argued ourselves.
Yeah, we've argued ourselves.
I think one of our best arguments, or not argument, but a best discussion of this was years ago when we were talking about it was in 2012 when Avengers came out.
Yeah.
And then after that, the Dark Knight came out, or was it the other way around?
The Dark Knight Rises was ending.
The Dark Knight Rises.
Avengers was starting.
And Avengers came out, and it's like we were laughing because it was interesting how it takes a whole Avengers movie, like all these Avengers, to go up against one DC super it's just Batman. Like it's just a Batman movie. It's not even a Justice League.
Yeah.
It's just Batman, and it kind of makes you wonder if it was just a Thor movie or just an Iron Man movie, how would that fight up against a Superman
icon,
or
well, it's like how they always say it Cruise the Trinity, right?
Yeah.
Just like if you put up a Superman movie, a Wonder Woman, even Wonder Woman.
Well, we're going in the context before this shit happened. Yeah.
So I mean, Superman, Batman, like it's like you would say.
You got the Avengers, and then you got the Trinity.
Yeah. And then they decided, like, let's make the Justice League for funsies.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm just saying that's a perfect thing where you brought up that it's like it's kind of funny how they do that, where someone could just lay on that, like that's a wild card, like, oh, it's Marvel, Batman.
Mahjong.
Yeah. They're like Marvel. You don't even see DC.
Man of Steel.
You don't even say DC. You say Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't even mention them. You just say Batman, and then they're just
Batman. What? Just Batman.
Just Batman. And it's that whole saying. It's because I'm Batman.
Because I'm Batman.
Yeah. So, but I mean, Cruz, for you, I know this topic you kind of brought up. I mean, what ticks you about this stuff? Like, what is it that just brought you?
Like,
to...
why does it always have to be comparisons?
Yeah.
Like, why does it? Oh, well, Avengers beat this movie, or Aquaman beat this movie. What do you guys got? It's like, why? Why can't you just shut up, watch the movie, and enjoy it?
Yeah. For you, is it more movie wise, or is it just everything?
Oh, well, this Clone Saga sucked, but DC did it better. Oh, well, no. Marvel did it better.
Yeah.
It's like, why? If you don't like the story, shut up and don't talk about it. Move on.
True, right, Carlos?
Kinda. I mean, yeah, you could enjoy both, but I mean, at the end,
would you say are you trying to say what's wrong?
There's some stuff that both sides do better and do worse than the other.
Yeah.
Like DC does animated movies 100 times better than Marvel. Yeah. Marvel, and again, this is just my opinion, does live action movies better than.
Well, it's their
DC.
track record, right? You're going off the track.
Well, I mean, you got nothing else to go by, so just off the track record, just off what we've seen,
like the
past 15 years.
You can't just pull out the Dark Knight all the time.
Of course can't.
They made the Dark Knight, but
you also made Batman and Robin.
Great, but like Marvel consistently pulls out
Yeah.
good movies, and it's like DC. It's like even the good
Iron Man
ones,
3.
even the good ones, you're kind of like. So it's consistency.
Yeah.
Versus rockiness.
Yeah,
you know, and again, DC does animated movies way better than Marvel.
Yeah.
You know, and so both sides do things. They kind of both got their niches. They know what they're good at.
Yeah.
So you could compare because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, they're different companies that do different things better than the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how comics go,
Yeah.
but
Well, that's where Cruz.
Yeah.
You're an expert.
But obviously there's gonna be some stuff where one does better and the other one does worse.
Yeah.
At one point, they were copying each other right off the back.
Yeah, it's true. Doctor Strange, Doctor Fate,
Yeah,
Deadpool,
Apocalypse, Thanos.
When Doctor Strange got announced, I thought, because I have a Doctor Fate comic at home that I got from when I was 10,
Yeah.
and I was like, don't I have a comic of him?
Yeah.
And then I sort through it, it's Doctor Fate. What? What's going on?
What happened?
What
Is this
happened?
canon?
This canon? Yeah, exactly. I was like, wait a minute, this is the same thing.
Yeah. So is it debatable? Is it? I mean, it's fun, right? It's fun to kind of like have little battles of arguments.
Yeah, it's fun.
But I mean, at the same time, it's not bad liking both, right?
Yeah, you got it. I mean, no one is going, I only watch DC movies.
Yeah.
Or I only watch
Well, you
Marvel
got a few
movies.
people that are like, I don't watch DC because they suck.
Yeah. Okay.
They're idiots.
Yeah.
People who do that are idiots.
It's like you're missing out on everything.
You're missing out, yeah.
You're cutting off majority of your
You're
steak.
taking the frosting off the cake.
No one's gonna mock you if you do both.
Yeah.
Well, except women, because they don't date comic fans.
Yeah. Until now.
Until now. But,
You just gotta pay for it.
but it's like there's no police going, you're not allowed to do both. You have to pick a side.
Yeah. You can.
I've been doing both since I was 5.
Hey,
Yeah.
Obama.
gross.
Obama said it's okay to be bi.
Yeah.
You know? He was all about LGBTQTPWXYZ.
The BLT.
BLTs, yeah.
BLTs.
Extra lettuce, tomato.
Yeah. Any Cruz for you? What's some of the things that you kind of hear often, comic book wise, that you're just kind of like you're wrong? Is there sometimes they're wrong? Like he was talking about movies. I mean, would you say as well DC or Marvel? Like who does it better and stuff like that?
It almost go hands in hand.
Yeah.
There could be good storylines. There could be horrible storylines.
Yeah.
You could have, like the Clone Saga. They did it horribly with Spider-Man, and now they're doing it all over again with Miles Morales.
Mm.
Why?
Yeah.
Why repeat the story?
It's like they're doing it to themselves.
Yeah.
But if you had to pick one.
Okay, what would you pick, Cruz? I mean, if you had to pick something, and comic book wise,
Yeah,
who does it better?
I'll
Cops do it better.
I'll go DC.
Yeah.
I like the darker, gory stuff.
Okay.
Then
Does comic books like I'm here? I read comics too, but I think you're more into that dabble in. Does it come like when it comes to like I know a lot of people always joke about Marvel being too cute. Like I think the perfect meme I've seen was with Matt Damon. No, Mark Wahlberg. Like where's the laughs? Like where's the comedy? The Joker movie. Like well, this is not a Marvel movie. Like would you say that also? Comes towards the comics too. Like violence wise, is that
both?
Is that even a question?
Both have violence.
You understood, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Both sides have the violence. There's some Spider-Man stories where Spider-Man's too bright and too colorful and too funny, but there's times where he's like, he has to make a deal with the devil to save Aunt May.
Yeah.
And he has to sacrifice being married to Mary Jane.
Yeah.
That's not for kids.
Mm.
But then you got Squirrel Girl going around with squirrels saving the day.
Mm.
That's adult content. You see, the squirrels.
She's trying to get her nuts.
The squirrels are a metaphor for the U.S. economy. You need to dive deeper into this stuff. And you call yourself a comic fan, man.
Yeah,
Come
I'm
on.
sorry.
You gotta look behind the page.
And then you got your Batman side where Batman's like dark, brooding, and you can hardly see him in the pages because he's hiding in the shadows.
Yeah.
And then you got your who are they comparing to this? A colorful superhero in DC.
Iron Man.
No,
Iron Man. DC. The Flash.
Superman.
Yeah, you go Flash.
Teen Titans, maybe.
No, these Titans are
You know what I hate? Let's talk about something in DC I hate. When Batman, they gave him the Bat family. Like, I hate, it's almost like Spider-Man when they brought out these Spider-Man.
The clones.
Like, I hate it. Like, I hate that Batman has this whole family thing. Like, I like it that he obviously all these Robins came in. Like, they happen.
Yeah.
But when they try to make him into, like, a family, like, oh, like there's a scene where I think there's a comic book panel where Bruce Wayne's eating a burger with a fork. Like, does that really seem like Bruce Wayne?
What does that add to Batman?
Yeah. And, like, what does that even say about him? Like, do you really think Batman eats like... Dude, that man beats the shit out of people that look like penguins.
I don't care if Batman eats with a fork and knife. He breaks people's necks for a living.
My problem is, like, why would he? He would never.
Who was asking for this?
Yeah.
Like, who asked to see that?
I don't know. I feel like it more annoyed me. Like, how dare you think the Dark Knight eats like this?
That's the one thing I hated too.
Can I just say something? I 100% agree with you with the Batman family.
Yeah.
I think that is a stupid thing.
Yeah.
Like, I like that because it just goes against so much against what Batman, not what he is, but what he tries to appear to be.
Yeah, he works alone.
A dark loner. It's like, I work alone.
Yeah. I mean, I like once in a while, like Robin that came out. Yeah. And then with every Robin that's changed, I like okay, you have one person with you. Okay, I get it. But now they're like, we're a whole family.
Like,
we have moments.
Why is this Fast and the Furious?
Yeah.
Why
that really feels like that.
Why do you need every single Robin to take down one person you've done by yourself?
Yeah.
And it's like one Robin. Okay, I can understand that. I can let that go. But it's like, how many Robins? It's like, how many kids have you trained? Like, aren't you supposed to work alone? Like, that's just, even for a hero, that's weird.
The whole, I just think the whole all together, like.
I don't mind, like, okay, you take care of this part of the city, you take care of this part of the city, you take care of that city.
I personally just never liked that whole thing. I like the whole Batman just watches the whole city, maybe with one Robin, and after that, the other ones, like, what they did with Dick Grayson. I think they did an awesome job. They're like, I'm leaving. I'm going to Bloodhaven. I'm not going near you, Gotham. I hate Batman.
Like, you got the Justice League, I got the Titans.
Yeah, it's like, I rather have them, it takes away the fun of Batman being alone and, like, no one there to help him. Yeah, once in a while, like I said, Robin appears, but, like, the whole, we're family, united, we're corny. Like, that took away from me, like, the whole
Same thing with Superman. Why does Superman need the whole Superman family?
Oh, yeah.
That downgrades Superman.
Every superhero has like their own little teen version, a kid version, and an animal version, and then a reverse gendered version.
Oh yeah, something like that.
Like they all need like different copies of them. Like, in case you don't like Superman, here's Supergirl, Super Teen Girl, Teen Superboy, and a dog.
It's like, oh, I want to see Superman in this version. Let's make him this. And I think that's what they ended up doing.
It's like, why do you mean Superman is a god? Why are you downgrading him to having a team?
It's like, at some point, like, you think this is like just out of control fan fiction.
Yeah. I think that's one thing that pisses me off about not only just the arguments, but the things that the fans create. Yeah. Like, I hate some fan fiction creation. Like, you know what the most annoying thing I hate? I think Jason Todd, basically Red Hood, probably one of my favorite, like, not Robin.
Earlier years.
Red Hood.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite characters in DC. Basically, they've kind of like put like this whole making them, I don't know, like corny or stuff like an idiot or stuff like that. I'm like, dude.
Well, you probably compare him to Spider-Man, always cracking jokes and.
Yeah,
when he's not supposed to.
I mean, yeah, exactly. And I think there's moments where he is kind of sarcastic, but that's just because he's a violent murderer.
Yeah.
Like, he's just being, like, I like to try that. And then, like, one of the things I hate, like I said, I was nitpicking, like, they do like this white hair. The white hair, I never liked it. It was just a moment in the comic book that was added there, I guess.
The one where he looked like Raish because he's been the Lazarus pit.
No, like Hush, like the Hush story. Like, he had that white hair, and I was just like, why does he have that white hair? And then later on, they just never canned him. They never put it in.
He cut his hair and it never grew back.
And it was good. I was like, but I don't like the fan base that when they always try to create. And they don't. It's like they don't know it. But in their head, this is how they would visualize it. Like, oh, this is this. Like, no, stop.
No, stop. It's like that thing you said. Like when you're an author or a comic book creator, you kind of your superheroes kind of reflect a bit of you. Mm-hmm. Like Stan Lee, like he when he wrote Spider-Man, he was like, this is like the best version of myself. Yeah. And it's like, there's a reason.
I like that.
Spider-Man's white.
Yeah.
And it's like there's people who go like, I like his powers, but I don't. Can I change one thing?
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily race, but gender or
anything,
whatever. Yeah, and it's like, was the character not good enough for you?
Yeah.
What's your deal?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, write your own fan fiction.
Yeah, and then but just keep it to yourself.
Yeah, just keep it to yourself.
Yeah, stop trying to push it around.
Stop trying to ship.
How about you, Cruz? Fan fictions, is yay or nay for you when it comes to the fandom? Kind of
like in the actual canon.
No, well, I mean when they try to like in general fan.
So like an author comes and they're like, well, I'm not a fan of them calling the spider sense. Let's call it the spider tingle.
Yeah.
I hate it.
That's why I wasn't like I'm not too into like the spider. Like there's just too many Spider-Men.
And what are you talking about, comic book wise or just in general?
Just in general, like it's just not only with Spider-Man, but with all these, like it's just too many versions of one superhero. It gets out of control.
You basically for you you're like no thanks, not for me.
I
mean I like the Spider-Verse in the Spider-Verse movie how they kept it
in the Spider-Man
like
movie.
that.
But like at one point I was like, all these things exist. Like there's stories dedicated to them.
Yeah.
Who's the person who's like, no, I don't like Spider-Man, but Spider-Man as a pig.
Yeah.
That's where you got me.
Someone did that.
Like at some point, someone went, I prefer this Spider-Man to the real Spider-Man.
Batman the dog.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. I prefer this to that. At some point, there's something off about you.
Yeah, the fandom could be a little crazy, especially.
But that's what happens in fandom. They get so carried away, they had to create the multiverse.
Yeah, it's true.
I think that's what happens when you like different generations, because comic books have existed for so long. The people who are writing comic books now weren't even born when these things were made, and like you kind of give them a little bit too much freedom at this point. It's like, oh, write a Superman comic. Oh, I'm gonna make him a transgender, whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, sure. No one's ever seen it. It's like, does this need to be written?
I feel like this topic has gone way out of that question, but I like it. I think I would rather just redo the question. I mean, it would be kind of like.
Well, I mean, we're just going on a side tangent when it comes to.
But like, what would you call it? The fandom of the Heroverse, or how would you call it? The Ramble episode.
I just think people get a little too carried away.
Okay.
Yeah, just
we'll find a title, but I think what we originally thought we were just gonna argue about comparisons, but then we just remembered how bonkers some of the fandom is that it makes us upset. I think we hate more the fandom than the actual DC and Marvel thing. You know, would you say that, Carlos, is true? Like just fans just doing anything, and then fans become artists and creators.
Like someone grew up with these comics, was a fan, grew up to be an artist, and is now writing these things.
Some people
Damn you, Jimmy Lee.
Some people were just not meant.
You leave Jimmy Lee alone.
Yeah. But some people were just not meant for that much power.
And there's some people who write comics who do this, and I just don't think they get the hero. Like they would much rather write cool fan fiction than something that gets the hero.
Yeah, I like I said, I have this argument with Cruz all the time. I feel like I'm always yelling at Cruz about comics, but not at him, but like
you're yelling at him.
I'm just like, Cruz, why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? They don't get it. Like
they don't.
Like I said, like you're right. They don't get it.
Like at the end of the day, someone. Like, I get the whole, everybody can interpret it differently. But at the end of the day, the author wrote it in a certain way that should be interpreted.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, if you don't respect that, you have no place trying to.
Like, if I'm reading a comic book, if I'm reading a Wolverine book, and Wolverine's cracking up jokes, I'm like, this is trash.
This is not the Wolverine that or your Superman. If your Superman is super brooding, like
serious,
I just dude, you don't get Superman. That's not Superman.
Read Superman All-Star, right?
Yeah, but again, there's ways to do that.
Yeah,
like they did an awesome job with Winter Soldier. Like they made a dark Captain America, but they kept the idealism of him intact, and
his beliefs.
It wasn't so much that he's dark. It was him and his ideas trying to survive in a dark world, and I'm like, that's perfect.
I think that's probably the best Captain America movie in the Marvel line for that.
It's top one.
It's sometimes like it competes with as my favorite superhero movies of all time, Winter Soldier.
But this is just us kind of just rambling about, I guess, the fan base of comics, movies, and stuff like that. I know in the beginning we had this idea.
Well, let's stick with it.
Okay.
All right. Who has a better cinematic universe?
Wow,
obviously
that's so
Marvel.
unfair.
Yeah, obviously Marvel.
I mean, for me, it's hard because I love.
Okay, not so much who has the better, but let's just talk about him. Let's talk about him.
Okay, I love Tim Burton. I love Tim Burton, what he did with his Batman Gotham City.
Yeah.
Like his Gotham world is nothing like any other place you've seen.
Okay, pause. Just real quick, because we were talking about comics, so now we're switching to movies.
Yeah.
Just for the audience.
Okay, we're talking about movies. Yeah. So I love Tim Burton's thing. I don't think, like I said, even Nolan. I like how Nolan made it look real, but I think
You're missing
Tim Burton is basically the closest to what a comic book world would look like.
And that was what Nolan was missing.
Nolan was probably missing that. I think
look.
the Narrows was the closest to something of Gotham.
Yeah.
But I think I love how Tim Burton did it, and I don't think no one has done it yet at all like that. I mean, Wakanda maybe, but it's true though. I mean, I think cinematography, just the look of the movie, I think is important. And I think Tim Burton did an awesome job there. I think that's for the look.
They have to embrace a bit more that they're comic.
Yeah, you wanna like it's always something we talk about. It's like, well, if you wanna just look at the comic, or like just read the comic, if you wanted to be but for me, I kind of wanted to kind of have something from it. Yeah, something that stands out. Like, wow, this is Gotham City. You go to Nolan's, like, oh look, that wasn't this was fake Gotham.
That's where I work.
Yeah, it's the U.S. Bank.
That's the U.S. Bank.
Yeah. But I want to feel like I'm somewhere else,
Yeah.
It's like when you walk into the chocolate factory in Willy Wonka, like, come with me.
This is not your typical candy store.
This is not your candy store.
I'm gonna get murdered here by little Oompa Loompas.
Exactly. So, I mean, I think that matters for me, and I still believe that's probably one of my favorite looks when it comes to just the movies. I mean, obviously everyone, the films, everybody looks different, better now, but right there it felt like Gotham. Like, this doesn't exist anywhere else.
Another one that has
it's not in Jersey
is Dredd.
Yeah. How about you, Carlos?
Well, I mean, you can't really set Dredd in our world. I mean, you kind of got it by default because it's a science fiction. Yeah. So I mean you got it there.
Yeah. How about yourself? I mean, you're answering your question.
No, I refuse. I refuse your hypothesis. I reject it. I'm Tarantinoing you. I reject your hypothesis.
Watch the last interview.
All right.
Yeah, that's it. I reject your hypothesis. Right.
We've been through this already.
No, I do agree with you that sometimes they gotta embrace the fact that they're comic book movies.
Yeah.
Like, if you Nolan happened. He was trying to make a movie based on reality. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean every comic book movie. He was doing a specific thing. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, that's the exception to comic book movies. And I think he kind of ruined DC in a way. Because after that, everybody's been trying to copy him.
Well, Marvel started it with Iron Man. They tried to make it realistic, taking out the Mandarin.
Oh, they're trying to make it more, it's real without magic and stuff.
Yeah. And then they bit themselves in the foot. Right? Well, how are we going to put Doctor Strange in here?
But at least they learned from it.
Yeah, they Iron Man 3 was like, we're never going to do this again.
Yeah, like DC, they're just like, what do we do now? What's going on? Like, I don't know. Remake the same movie
Nolan broke
out.
The wheel.
He did. He broke the wheel. He's Daenerys.
Yeah. Now we have to kill him.
At
the end, he dies.
We kind of just did a few minutes ago.
We killed Tenet.
Oh God!
What have we done?
Oh no! Hey, it had to be done.
You're still my queen.
We won't kill you, but you'll still be sent to crows.
You're still our king.
Oh, that's so. What's wrong with you?
I'm sorry, I had to.
That's a double reference right there.
You're welcome. I'm here all day.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, you kind of have to kill Nolan and move away from that. Like,
I think he just did, right?
Like I said, like you like I would kill to see Superman save a cat out of a tree. It's I want to see that stuff again. Like I want to see.
Well, you got Wonder Woman for that.
Yeah. I like the first Wonder Woman.
Watch the second one.
I thought Wonder Woman, the first one was a ripoff of the first Avenger, Captain America.
Yeah.
I think it was a big ripoff. I think the endings were similar. I think the only thing that sucked even more was the bad guy. They didn't even know who the bad guy was. Like, oh, if I killed this guy, evil's over. I don't think it works that way.
But that was the point of the movie because that's why they said it in World War One.
Yeah.
Because World War One wasn't so simple.
Yeah.
Like World War Two was like Nazis, bad. World War One, I don't know why are we even fighting this war?
Yeah, but still, I didn't like it. It felt like it needed a copy off some old stuff that wasn't.
It needed Chitara.
Yeah, Chitara. Yeah. But
what's the name of that villain?
Cheetah.
Cheetah, yeah.
No, trust me, it didn't need Cheetah. Cheetah was so badly done that they had to try to make her not as visible as possible.
They literally Black Panther Cheetah.
Isn't the villain the Mandalorian pretending to be Donald Trump or some shit?
Yeah,
like
that's
that?
supposedly what they did, and that was just like, why?
Little bit on the nose there. Like
that was too much.
I don't mind when you're political, but you gotta be subtle about it. You gotta make me think.
Yeah, no, Wonder Woman's not good.
You want Superman saving a cat from a tree? Watch Wonder Woman 84.
Oh yeah, they do that scene in the beginning. Yeah, you're welcome. Anything for us, Carlos? I know I loved how you threw that other one, and I was able to answer it quick.
Bam!
You have a question? No, I mean like what did you? Who has the best or whatever the hell?
Okay, icons.
Icons, best icons.
Trinity.
Because
look, right now, let's be honest. It's Iron Man, Captain America,
and
Thor. Because, like Carlos said, let's be real here. They have a perfect track record of
10 years straight.
10 years straight.
But then again, like I read that like the most recognizable symbols in the world right now are the cross, the McDonald's logo, and the Superman logo.
Oh yeah.
Those are the three most recognizable symbols in the world. You go to some village in Africa and you show them the Superman symbol, they'll be like, "Oh, it's a Superman."
Yeah.
That's my terrible African accent.
Oh, great.
So I mean, it's like
it sounds Asian.
I apologize.
That kind of shows like how big these DC icons are. Like they've been around for decades.
Yeah, well, I could say that. I could be real and tell you Batman and Superman. Hell, even Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
And not in Pakistan. Stone her.
Wow.
But, I'm tired of playing nice. I'm putting on my.
Oh,
my
ladies, you're gonna see Gamby when he's like at midnight.
This is
really
no,
sad.
but let's be real. When it comes to the DC and Marvel type right now, I think the Avengers right now are the top faces of superhero movies, comic books right now.
Yeah.
Because they, like you said, Cruz said, 10 years of pumping straight out gold for them. I'm not saying all of it's like gold, but I mean they were.
The track record shows.
Dude, that's one of Disney's best investments they've ever done in for a long time, right? Since Disneyland.
Yeah.
I think their best purchase. I think they kind of are barely like they were regretting Star Wars. You're like, oh, we're whooped.
But they're like, we could always rely on this.
Yeah, but Marvel is
Marvel got him out of bankruptcy. The movie thing got Marvel out of bankruptcy.
Yeah, but I think Marvel is their trinity. Like I said, Captain America, Iron Man, Thor. At this moment, you'll probably be hearing more kids right now saying Iron Man, Captain America.
Well, that's all you see right now. You don't see Superman. You don't see Wonder Woman. You don't see Batman.
It's like Shazam made a joke out of them at the end. Well, and during the movies, during their fight scene, and they saw Batman and Superman, the kid just drops it down. It's basically watching.
Oh yeah, like they throw the Batman at him. It's like, hey.
No, the kid when they're fighting.
Oh yeah.
And he just he drops it because at first it's like, oh, Shazam is the new hero.
Yeah.
But it's more like that was Disney right there.
Yeah, like oh, we got the. Like, I haven't seen a good Batman movie since Tim Burton.
Yeah.
Well, meanwhile, Thor is out here punching the hole.
Like, DC or whoever, Warner Brothers shot themselves on the foot because they have gold. They have a lot of heroes that are more, I want to say, more favorable than Marvel's heroes. Like, do you rather see a Hawkeye movie or a new Green Lantern movie?
Oh,
which Green Lantern has a lot of stuff to offer. He's in space.
Like, he's not even like the Holy Trinity, but you just know him. Like, he would be able to compete with an Iron Man movie.
Yeah, like how long have people wanted a Flash movie?
Yeah.
And then compared to a Hulk movie, like, you know, I'm just saying they've had gold and they just been wasting.
They can't lose it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like barely they were touching.
And they own all their heroes.
Yeah, and it's funny because that's one thing, they own all their heroes.
They don't have the issue like with Spider-Man and everything. They're like, they can do anything they want, and they just been messing it up.
It's like at one point a lot of people wanted Disney to buy DC just because of that.
And they still
I personally do not think that's the answer. I just think they just need to get their ass out of that. Like I said, they've made movies like they've made the Nolan movies. They made Tim Burton. I mean, even for me, I like Man of Steel. I think Man of Steel is one of my favorite Superman movies. Obviously, people will argue and say, Superman won, man. I'm like, cool.
The Adventures of Lois and Clark.
The Adventures of Lois and Clark. But I think they got a lot of potential. Like I said, they have so many heroes that...
You know what they need to do? They need to do what Marvel did at the beginning. They need to sit down and be like, all right, guys, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And you're going to stay to this plan. Because the times Marvel has messed up was when they go away from that plan. Mm-hmm. Iron Man 3, that director was like, I'm going to do my own
Thor
thing.
2 probably was the thing, too.
Yeah, but they need... And they go, nope, they shut that Negan deep.
Yeah.
They shut it down.
You shut that shit down.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. And
DC needs to sit down, have a conference, and be like, okay, this is what we're going for.
Yeah.
This is our end game. And
to be honest, like right now, I'm excited for all these movies that are coming out, but if you want continuity, you don't know where they're going at. Because, I mean, they're throwing out Wonder Woman. Okay, what does Wonder Woman mean? Wonder Woman's on her own. Like, you don't even know what the hell's going on. They're already going to make 2 other films, I hear.
At this point, I don't even consider them as a continuity movies.
Yeah.
Like, they're just...
They're Elseworld.
When I watch Wonder
Is it even Elseworld? You don't even know.
Yeah, like, if I watch Wonder Woman 84, I'll be like, this is a stand-its-own movie. It's not a cinematic universe. Yeah. It's just Wonder Woman. That's how I'm going to take DC movies from now on. Well,
that's why I question the Zack Snyder film a lot. Like, a lot of people are like, it's a whole new movie. Is it really, though? Is it going to really be a new movie? Because, like you said, that movie, you've always said it before, that one with Orlando Bloom.
Kingdom of Heaven.
Yeah, that was it. Was that a whole different film in its own, right?
It was a whole different movie. But here's the thing. We've already gotten that with Justice League.
Yeah.
There was the Ultimate Edition. So we already got that.
Batman vs. Superman, right?
Yeah, Batman vs. Superman, and there was an extended version of Justice
League. That was the old... was there?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
And it's like
There's no extended version.
No, it was just that.
I think there's...
No, there's just Batman.
It's the Batman is the Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, Batman... But it's still almost the same thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, that doesn't fix it.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Well, remember...
So, like, if they had... Okay, there is no version of Justice League that existed that saves it. They literally have to film a new movie to fix it. They're filming new scenes.
They filmed 4 extra minutes, but the movie's made.
My thing is, was it such a different movie that I have to watch it again, or is it just things that were just added?
Yeah.
To fix. Like,
that's the thing.
It's like, if it's 4 minutes, how are those 4 minutes gonna fix 2.5 hours?
Yeah, Cruz's saying.
Yeah, but like I said, everything that was used in the movie wasn't Snyder.
The whole thing?
The whole 84% of Snyder's movie was cut out.
Well, this is
you know what? I think you're going a little too easy on him, because he could have stuck to his guns. He could have done what the director of Solo did and gone, you know what? I had a vision. You're not going with it. I'm bailing. He could have held his integrity as an artist and not kowtow to the producers like Joss Whedon did for Age of Ultron 2. Because he just did whatever they want, and Age of Ultron wasn't the best Avengers.
Yeah.
He could have stuck to his guns as an artist and gone, you know what? I have a vision for the Justice League. I want to tell this story. If you don't like it, fire me.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, this is my vision. If you don't like it, bye.
Yeah.
He didn't stick to his guns. he could, but he did what the producers did, and the movie that happened.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll just have to see the Justice League.
Yeah.
And see if there was a difference, because I still remember it. I could still remember the Justice League moments. I was like, oh, okay, this was it. So if it's a different movie, Cruz, like how he says it is, then I would be like, okay. But it has to be literally
if it's gonna be the same crap, then they just wasted.
Well, because like I said, all they're gonna do is probably replace, what's his face, Steppenwolf with Apocalypse and like the beginning scene, and that's pretty much it. What I saw, it looked like they just replaced Apocalypse and they just reworked one thing and they added a couple deleted scenes that didn't make it. That's pretty much what it seemed like and they just made Superman black suit again. So.
Yeah, but it's like, again, like, does that really save the movie?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Does that add anything to it?
Yeah. That's a question.
My thing is, all these haters, what if it does succeed? What if it's actually different? What if it's actually good?
Well, that's what we're asking.
Well, that's what we're gonna ask.
I'm not done yet. Is Warner Brothers gonna bite themselves in the feet and the foot and go back and say, okay, go ahead, finish it. Finish what you wanted to do. Zack Snyder, he's at the point where I don't want to do it. But if it's good, it's different.
It's like basically if it does do awesome and gets some sales, I'm assuming
is Warner Brothers gonna bite themselves in the ass and say,
I mean, then Star Wars, the first one, was saved in post-production. Like, the movie that Lucas filmed was a god-awful mess. And it was actually the editor who had to kick Lucas out and say, this makes no sense. I'm going to edit it in a way that makes sense.
Yeah.
And that was the final version that came out.
Well, yeah, you were telling me that Lucas he's a creative guy.
Yeah.
But
when it comes to paper.
Well, put it in there. He's like, what did you do?
It's like I think Lucas and Nolan had the same reaction when Lucas saw episode 1 and Nolan saw Tenet.
Yeah.
Have you seen Lucas's reaction where he's just like, I think I've gone too far?
No, was he talking like I don't know?
Like they had like a private screening, like the rough cut of the movie. It's like, this is what's gonna come out, and they watch it, and he's watching it with like the producers, like a very small group, and at the end everybody's like, what the hell? And Lucas is like, I went too far. And it's like, I think that's what Nolan did. He was like, I think I went too far.
Yeah.
And I think what if that happens with Justice League? I mean, Star Wars was saved in post-production. Yeah. So not saying it can't happen.
It could happen.
It's a double-edged sword. It could come back and bite him in the ass and waste billions of dollars again. Or, hey, Snyder, we're sorry.
Well, supposedly it wasn't that much money, right? Added. Supposedly they only need a couple more mil or something like that to fix editing and stuff like that.
But I mean, like that's... People keep saying, like, oh, this is Snyder's true vision. Yeah. And it's like, this isn't his true vision. This is just something that the producers are trying to do to save Justice League.
Yeah.
This is, I think, if it fails, we can call it, and I will call it and say DC as a cinematic universe,
has failed.
What we've seen is gone. It's failed.
So you're saying...
Wipe your hands, try again.
Then the Batman would be a fresh start?
I would just consider it a Batman movie.
Yeah, okay.
Why does everything have to be a cinematic universe? Just make a Batman movie.
Yeah.
Make a Superman movie.
Yeah. But that's not...
Everyone's trying to be DC now.
I mean, Marvel.
Marvel. Which wasn't even planned.
Yeah, which a lot of people say it was, but they even admitted it. They're like, we were doing
it. The commentary, he's saying, like, dude, we were just, like, Samuel L. Jackson was just available.
Yeah. It was an idea.
It was an idea. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, but let's see. There's a lot of questions. It's a lot of like denominators. Like this has to be literally a whole different movie.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, changing one thing to another will not save a whole film. Like Yeah. So I mean,
I'm giving Snyder the benefit of the doubt.
Of course, everyone should be. Everyone should be. But I think DC. Right now is not at the best footing, and right now I have to give it to Marvel just to being real right here,
But if we're talking animated, DC's kicking ass.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Apocalypse War.
I haven't even seen it, but
it's on HBO Max now. Right? No, but I think
I've seen Teen Titans.
If Marvel struggles, I think Marvel just gave up in the animated department because you don't hear anything from them no more.
Well, like just from like looking at like the clips, like their animation is way better in DC compared to Marvel. Like Marvel looks like some Saturday morning cartoons, while DC is just like whoa.
Well, yeah, I think one of their strong points is like the fact that they still kind of leap like comic book drawing and stuff. They try to sometimes. I'm not saying all the time. I do say sometimes DC drops the ball, especially
the laughing joke.
The killing joke.
The killing joke. Well,
yeah,
laughing joke too. But.
Yeah, that too. Anyways, but yeah, I think. And then game-wise, I think DC has, even though they've only pulled out a couple games, it's just been Batman. Yeah. And they've been doing an awesome job. Marvel.
Batman was the best game ever.
Yeah, and then Marvel just like dropped the ball with their recent Avengers game, which everybody was like, "What happened? Yeah. What happened?"
You brought Spider-Man out, and then you give us the scrappy Avengers.
Yeah, exactly. It's cool. My two favorite superheroes have the best.
You're not the real Avengers.
Yeah. So I mean, I think. The debate, it's always retarded, but it's always fun to just kind of laugh about some of the arguments you could have with people. But I think that's it, right?
I think he almost punched a guy on the line when he was talking.
He was talking about the Hulk and how the Hulk. And then what movie was he saying he was good at? I think he was debating. Oh, because I think it was the Avengers, and he was saying that Edward Norton was a better Hulk, and then I was like, dude, that fool was was dumb. Like
you just came out of nowhere, like shut your mouth.
Yeah. And he was just like, so yeah, that was us. This was our ramble of the fandom of Marvel and DC and what's the war. Hope you guys enjoyed this randomness that we had. We went everywhere here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hate editing this video.
We gotta find a title for this video.
Yeah, we'll find one. Carlos will change it.